Everybody's been super hard at work on the shopping district here, but honestly, I've been slacking. I've been playing for a couple of months at this point, and I still don't have a shop. Today's video, I plan on finally taking care of that problem by building a shop right over here. Now, this area hasn't been terraformed yet, and there are all these nether portals for a big farm, so I think I have my work cut out for me. So I actually have some super cool plans for my shop. It's going to be like a pirate alcove, there's going to be lots of palm trees and terraforming, and you'll see it all later, but it's going to require a ton of materials. One of the main materials I'm going to be needing for this project is moss. As you can see here, the terrain is pretty much entirely made of moss on top, and I kind of plan on continuing that over this way. That being said, another member on the server has agreed to give me a ton of moss, so I'm gonna head over to Fluff Space to go pick that up. Alright, so I'm here at Fluff's factory, and I did the math and I need just under 6 shulker boxes worth of moss. So yeah, we're just gonna take those. So the moss was gonna be the most time-consuming thing on my list, so it's really nice to have that out of the way. However, I'm still gonna need a ton of stone for the terraforming, and I still need the materials for the shop itself. Alright, so I'm back at the base, and it's finally time to start gathering some materials. And for the shop, I have like a lot of just bits and bobs. There's no like one material that I need a lot of. So yeah, before I go ahead and harvest stuff, I'm gonna go sort through my chest real quick and see how much stuff I have laying around. Alrighty, so I just got done looking through all my chests, and I managed to come up with basically everything I need for the actual shop itself. So all that I really have to do now is just get the materials for the terraforming, which shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to make a quick stop over to the shopping district to see if they have anything, and if not, I'll go gather some materials myself. Okay, I just finished gathering up pretty much everything I'm going to need for the build, but I've been at it for quite a few hours at this point, so I think I'm going to go and relax a little bit by playing some minigames. Alright, so here's the minigame. It's called Breeze Pop-A-Shot, and this is all the rules. I'm not going to read them all, but you can pause the video and read through them if you'd like to. Yeah, without further ado, I will hit the button, and then hop in the boat over here, and whenever that top light turns green, I can start going. I feel like I'm getting so unlucky right now, like I'm not seeing anything. I think I currently have like the second highest score on this game, and the first place person is actually the owner of the game, so I gotta defend my title. I gotta do good here. I feel like I'm missing a lot right now. This is definitely not gonna be a new high score, but it's not going well for me right now. Alright, that note block means my time is up, so I gotta follow the arrows out here. And yeah, I got 6. That's not very good. Alright, I gotta do one more game, because I want to defend my title. Alright, let's see what I can do. Oh, I get so unlucky with the breeze shot timings. Oh, I'm kind of locked in right now. I feel like I'm doing pretty good this round. I think that was a miss. I feel like that was a lot better than the last one. I don't know if a lot of those shots connected though. 8? Okay. Not a lot better, but we'll take it. Alright, that was a lot of fun. I love this minigame. Thank you to D Hollywood for making it. But yeah, I really gotta get to work on this build. Alrighty, I just got done gathering up all 30,000 items I'm gonna need for this build, so let me place those down quickly. But yeah, all my materials are ready, so all that's left to do is get to building. And just like that, the build is finally done. I've been hard at work on this thing for a couple weeks at this point, so it's great to finally see it on the actual server. But yeah, now that the build's actually here, I'm gonna head on over and I'll just talk about the build some. Alright, I would like to preface this kind of like explanation by saying that all these cliffs here in the skulls were mainly actually shaped out by Fluff, who's another member on the server, and then I went in and did some adjustments and I textured everything. But yeah, it was like a group effort for this in a way. But that being said, I did design all the trees on this part of the island, that is. Then I textured everything, all these tiki torches, and then the shop is a completely original design. One thing I'm super happy with in this build is just the amount of like color and texture that the shop has going on. Like in the roof, I used all these mossy elements, and then these like canopies, these light blue canopies are super nice. And it actually gave me an opportunity to use the hanging signs for the first time. Also, I think just the general shape of it with this like little overhang here, it just turned out super interesting. And I think it has like a lot of good angles, especially with this little canopy over here. It's just super cool looking. Also, I didn't show this in the cinematic, but I did add some like shelves and just some crates and stuff around, and then this big sign that says melon, because it is supposed to be a functional shop, and there is a full interior. On the inside, I've got like this little cooler. I'm not sure what that's for. I've got a carpet, just some more shelves and stuff. It's supposed to feel pretty cluttered. Here's like a pool table or billiards. I don't really know why it's in here, but I thought it looked cool, so I decided to keep it. Then I just have some like overgrowth coming in. It's supposed to feel a little bit like grungy, like this has been here a while. And there is an upstairs, although I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, so it's kind of empty for the time being. Also, I made these like little custom tiki torches with lightning rods, which I think are pretty cool. Maybe I could have improved them some, but I don't know. I think they just make like a cool vibe around this area, especially at nighttime when it glows up a little bit. But I mean, there's not like a whole lot to talk about with this shop. I've got some little details like this like life buoy here. I've got some seats and like window shutters, and I'm really happy with the build, but it is pretty simple in a way. As you can imagine, a huge amount of time on this project was spent just gathering the materials for the terraforming. That's kind of why it took so long. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to show you for now. But before I go, I do just want to point out that this is going to be my last video for this season, because as things are kind of winding down, we're getting ready to move on to the next season of the server. So my next video might be a little bit delayed because I'm going to have to get some gear and get a starter base going. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with this build, and I'm excited to see what the future has to hold for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the build. I did spend quite some time on this. And yeah, I'll see you guys around.